Good morning, my dear students. The continued part of our previous problem, that is design of text lab. In the previous video lecture, we have studied about what we studied about the tracked vehicle. We have studied, isn't it? So we'll continue with the same problem with the wheeled vehicle. So wheeled vehicle, I think you can go through the IRC6. You will get the wheeled vehicle. What is the specification of the wheeled vehicle? Okay, and that has been discussed in our first module itself. Okay, that first step is again the span and all those things we have calculated. So I will show here the effective span. The effective span we have calculated, and based on that the thickness of the slab we have calculated. For tracked vehicle, again the impact factor, isn't it? So now same for this problem also. For the wheeled vehicle also we will continue with the impact factor only. So you can go through the IRC 6 codebook, IRC 6 2010, in the page number 21. Okay, for IRC class AA wheeled vehicle, the impact factor should be 25%. Same for the tracked vehicle, what they have given the class, they have given based on the span. Based on the span, they have given the impact factor, and for our span we have calculated what is the impact factor and all those things. But for the wheeled vehicle, they have directly given in the class that impact factor should be 25%. Okay, and the maximum bending moment occurs when the live load is placed at the center of the span. Okay, you know that when for a simply supported, all this design what we are considering in this design is we are considering it as a simply supported. Okay, so simply supported beam or a slab, the maximum bending moment will be at the center of the span. Okay, so to get the maximum bending moment at the center, the load has to be keep at the center of the bridge. Okay, so now, so this is our wheeled vehicle. Okay, the base width of the wheeled vehicle is 150 mm, and this wheel also it is 150 mm. In between there is a 1.2 meter of the spacing between axial spacing between two wheels. This is 1200 mm as the spacing. Okay, now this is load dispersion. What is load dispersion from one vehicle? This is the triangle, whatever this is load dispersion. Okay, LD is the length of the dispersion, load dispersion from this point to from this point. Okay, so how to calculate this LD now? Okay, so our LD is equal to LE plus 1200. So LE means it is effective length of dispersion. So it is the dispersion what we are considering, it is at an angle of 45 degree, means this is at an angle of 45 degree. So if this is total depth is how much? 680 mm as your top coat, and 600 mm is your total overall depth of the slab. So total depth it is 680 from this point to this. So for that only, from we'll draw a triangle here, triangle. So from this to this, it is whatever this is there, this height depth, this is also same distance. Why? Based on the tan 45. So tan 45 is equal to opposite by base. How much is your opposite side? Same base will be the same. So this is 680, and this one is also 680, and middle it is 150. So your length, effective length, it is effective length of dispersion for one wheel, it is 2 into 680 plus 150. So it is 1510. So it is 1510. So one condition is there, LD equal to E plus 1200. LD equal to LE plus 1200 if your LE is greater than 1200. If your LE is greater than 1200. So how much we got? 1510, means it is greater than 1200 itself. Then to calculate LD we should use this formula. In case if your LE is less than 1200, if your LE is less than 1200, what happens at that time? Your LD is equal to 2 times the LE. At the time your LD is equal to 2 times the LE. When you will get this condition, means your depth of the beam which is less than 500, in that case you will get the, it is less than 500, less than 1200, you will get LE less than 1200. Okay, so keep it in mind. If your overall depth of the deck slab, if you got 500, you will get second condition. If your overall depth is 600, means you will get the first condition. Clear? So our LD is equal to, now it is LE plus 1200. So LE is equal to how much? LE 1510 plus 1200. So it is 2710, means 2.71 meters. It is 2.71 meters. Clear? This is length of dispersion. Now breadth of dispersion. The wheel is placed on the deck slab as shown in figure. Breadth of dispersion. So length we have calculated in the lengthwise, and now we'll have to find out the breadth of dispersion. So this vehicle is moving in this way. Okay, this is in this way. So in one axle, there are 4 wheels are there. In one axle there are 4 wheels are there. Okay, this total width is 7.5 plus something, this one. Okay, now how you should keep your vehicle? It should be away from the edge. From the edge it should be away from 1200 mm. From this edge it should be away from 1200. Clearance should be given. Okay, so let us find the edge distance now. Edge distance. So edge distance is equal to this clear distance plus 500 mm plus 200 mm. So 500 and 200, these are what? Curve thickness, and this one is what? 500. Here you have mentioned here 500 mm as thickness of bearing. Thickness of bearing is 500 mm. Thickness of curve it is 200 mm. So total it is how much? 700 plus 1200. So edge distance equal to 2050. Here one thing is, each wheel is having different loadings. The outer wheel is having 37.5 tons, means 375 kilonewton. Middle is 625 kilonewton. Again this is also 625. Again outer rate is 375 kilonewton. This is IRC class A wheeled vehicle. You refer this figure in the IRC 6 page number 9. Okay, so we have find out the edge distance. So what we need to find, we are going to find out the breadth of dispersion. That is breadth of dispersion is equal to BEF equal to alpha into A 1 minus A by L naught plus BW. So about this we have explained in our in the previous lecture only. I have discussed about this one, BEF. So alpha is the coefficient. Alpha is what? It is the coefficient. It is based on B. It is based on what? B by L naught ratio. Here see here alpha pairs. Okay, here see B by L naught ratio. B is how much? 7.5 plus, it is total width we should consider, plus curve plus parapet. These are on both sides. So your B is equal to how much? 8.9. L naught is, it is half of the this distance, means it is the distance of center of gravity of the concentrated load from the nearer support. Means from the nearer support at what distance your concentration of load will be there. Means we are taking almost at the center of the vehicle. Okay, means it is center of the span itself. So A equal to what? 3.75. So alpha is equal to what? 1.19. So as per your table of IRC 21 page number 53, it is 2.64. Same thing have we have taken here. Alpha equal to 2.64, A equal to L naught by 2. L naught is capital L naught is 3.7.5. BW, it is width of dispersion. Here width of the wheel is 350. Width of the wheel is how much? 300. Okay, width of the wheel is 300. So it is, to the coating we should consider the thickness of coat, it is 80 mm. So it is 300 plus 2 times the 80. So width of the dispersion, it is 460 mm. Okay, now we'll find out the B effective, that is 2.64 into 3.751 minus 3.75 divided by 7.5 plus 0.46. So our B effective equal to 5.41 meters. Clear this one? B effective clear here. You can go through aram se, see anything if you are having doubts in this. Our aim is to find out the B effective, means it is breadth of dispersion. So what is our main intention? Main intention is to find out the intensity, that UDL. So UDL, how we are going to calculate the UDL? The total load which is going to be act divided by length into depth. So we will get in terms of the intensity UDL. Okay, so length of dispersion you have calculated. So length of dispersion in the previous we have calculated here, LD. This is BEF. Based on this we will calculate the PD. Okay, so now this is B effective. So now there is a condition, B effective by 2. How much it is? A B effective 5.41 divided by 2, that is equal to 2.71. If your B effective by should be greater than S distance. So what is your S distance? We have calculated it is 2.050. S distance is 2.050. Okay, so our BD is equal to 2.05 as distance plus 2.2 plus 2.71. I think I have not drawn here figure. Okay, your breadth of dispersion is how much? Breadth of dispersion only, this is as distance plus this distance, how much it is, plus the half of the effective breadth of dispersion. Means this, the loading will be what, dispersion will be what, it is like this. From this wheel, this is the dispersion. From this again it is, from this is the dispersion. This like this, dispersion is there. So it is total breadth of dispersion is equal to, from this edge it is 2050 as distance plus the center of this wheel to the center of this wheel, that is equal to 300 by 2 plus 300 plus 300 half of this one plus 700 plus 300 by 2 plus 300 plus 300 by 2. So this is how much you will get? You will get the 2.2 meter, 2.2. okay, plus B effective by 2. B effective by 2, it is 2.71 meters. So totally your BD is what? 6.96 meters. Your BD is what? 6.96 meters. Now, so we got LD and the BD. So we can find out the intensity of pressure, that is load into impact factor divided by BD into LD. So it is, load is 400 kilonewton. How? It is 37.5 plus 62.5 plus 62.5 plus 37.5. So we will get the 400. Okay, 400 kilonewton into 1.25. Why it is 1.25? 25% impact factor, means it is more than the whatever it is there, more than that addition of 25%. So it is 1.25. divided by BD into LD. Intensity of pressure, how much you got? 26.5 kilonewton per meter square. This loading has been shown here with the 2.7 meter this UDL. So find out the reactions. So RA plus RB equal to 26.5 into 2.71. You will get the total load, and divided by 2 you will get the reaction at RA or RB. So RA and RB is equal because it is symmetrically loaded. So it is 35.9. So where will be the maximum bending moment? It is at the center. So take the moment at the center. Take the moment at the center. So it is RA into clockwise. RA is in the clockwise moment. So RA into half of the 7.5. It is 35.9 into 3.75. This is in the clockwise moment. Okay, we will consider positive, or it is a sagging. When you apply this, it will be a sagging bending moment. Now loading up to this part only you should consider. Up to this part you should consider. Where we are taking at the center means it is 2.71 divided by 2. Only for that much distance we should consider this loading. We will not consider this loading here because we are taking at the moment at the center, means it is 26.51 divided into 2.71 divided by 2. Okay, we will get the UDL 2.71 divided by 2. Okay, again this is what you got. You get the load, and where this load is going to act? Point load. It is again at the center of this span. Okay, it means it is 2.71 divided by 4. Here it will be acting, isn't it? It is half of the 2.71, again half of that one. So it will become what? 26.5 into 2.71 by 2. You will get the load, and moment it is 2.71 divided by 4 because it is 1/4 of the part. So and it is in the hogging bending moment. So we will consider it as negative. So maximum bending moment we will calculate it as 110.3 kilonewton meter. 110.3 kilonewton meter. Okay. Now, if I calculated the maximum bending moment, we will go for shear force. So shear force, where the shear force will be maximum? It is when the loading has been kept at the nearer the support. So we will kept this vehicle to nearer to the support now. So our effective breadth will going to be changed. It is alpha A into 1 minus A divided by L naught plus BW. Okay, alpha is same. Okay, A is what we are considering. When it is 7.5, we are taking the half, but in our case, in this case, we are keeping as much as nearer. How much we are keeping nearer means okay, let us effective breadth we are going to be find out. Okay, effective breadth we need to find out. Again, why we need to where need to find out means the intensity of pressure is going to change. Your BD and LD will be fixed. Okay, length of the dispersion will be fixed because the length of the vehicle has been fixed. Okay, but breadth is depends upon where the vehicle has been kept. Here the vehicle has been kept nearer to the support. At what distance it has been kept? Okay, so here alpha into a is what? It is the distance of it is the center of gravity of load which is going to act. It is the distance from the support where the center of gravity of load is going to act. Means from the support at what distance the loading is going to be act. That distance is a. So here we have taken 1.35. How I have taken 1.35 means here see. Our breadth of we have calculated here B effective 5.41 is your effective breadth of dispersion. Means from one wheel, this is the dispersion. Okay, this is the dispersion. So not from one wheel, this is total. From this to this, this is the dispersion. It is 5.41. Okay, so now we have taken half of that one. Means from the center of this wheel to the effective breadth dispersion, the distance is required is 2.71. Okay, so that much nearer we should keep vehicle. This 2.71 is our breadth. We should keep the vehicle at that distance. Okay, so half of that one, total will be 2.71. Half of that one, that is 1.35. Means if your breadth of dispersion is 2.71, means at the center your loading is going to be act. At the center of this the loading is going to act. From this center to the edge the distance is 1.35. Correct? So it is 2.64 into 1.35. 1 minus A by L naught plus B W. This will be same. So B effective is how much you have got? 3.41. And B effective by 2, it is 1.70. Okay, so our BD is equal to 2.2 plus 3.41. How we got 3.41? Means there is a condition. What I have told the condition here. Here see, I think I have not written here. If your B effective by 2 is greater than the S distance, your BD will be like this. If your B effective by 2 is less than the B effective, then the BD equal to what? This center distance plus twice this S distance. Okay, same concept we have used here. This is 2.2 is the center distance plus 3.41 is twice the 1.705. This will equal to 3.41. So your BD equal to 5.61. So you have calculated new BD. For that, intensity of pressure we need to calculate. So loading is 400 into 1.25 into 5.61 into 2.71. So that is 32.8. So here how much it is? 32.8. You come to this, how much here? It is 26.5. Means when we kept to the support, your loading intensity of loading is increased. So whatever we should do, we should calculate it for higher, isn't it? So at the support there is if the vehicle is moving at the support section, it will receive maximum loading, that is up to 36.50 kilonewton per meter square. For this we should design the support section. For this shear force we should design, isn't it? So I have kept the vehicle at the nearer the support. 32.8 is your loading and 2.71 meter is the breadth of the dispersion of the vehicle. So find out the reaction RA and RB. RA and RB equal to 32.8 into 2.71. You will get this load which is acting at the center into 2.71. You will get the total load. Okay, 32.8 into 2.71. You will get the 88.8 is the load. Okay, now I will take the moment at A. RA plus RB equal to 88.8. Now we will take moment at A. So So now 32.8 into 2.71 into 1.355, otherwise you can take 88.8 into half of the 2.71, and it is acting clockwise, and it is acting clockwise movement. So that is equal to RB, RB into 7.5. This is in the minus anti-clockwise direction. So if we send it to the right hand side, it will becomes plus. So RB into 7.5. So we'll get RB equal to 6.05. So we'll substitute in this equation. We'll get RA equal to 72.74. So RA 72.74, RB is 60.05 kilonewton. So your shear force at A is equal to what? The reaction at A. Reaction at A. So now we'll listed here the shear force and the bending moment. Bending moment for the dead load for the IRC tracked AA tracked vehicle, IRC AA wheeled vehicle. Bending moment dead load due to the dead load it is 117.83. For the same shear force it is 62.85. I will show where I have taken this one. There is a dead load in the beginning. Dead load I have calculated. Due to the dead load we have found out the shear forces, that is WL by 2, and bending moment it is WL square by 8. How much you have got? Shear force 62.85, bending moment 117.8. Same thing I have 117.83, 62.5. Same thing we have added here. So IRC class A tracked vehicle. Tracked vehicle we have calculated here. Tracked vehicle. I think I have not calculated in this figure. So after this step you calculate the WL square by 2 and WL by 2. You will get the shear force bending moment as 138 and shear force as 76.67. I think I have skipped that step. No. Live load bending moment, how much we have got? 138 kilonewton meter. 138 kilonewton meter we have got. See here, 138, and shear force one more step I need to do that I have not did, so I will show you afterwards. Okay, the bending moment is 138 kilonewton meter, and shear force what we got is 76.67. so for the IRC class A wheeled vehicle, bending moment, what, how much we have got? Bending moment is 110.3, and for the shear force we got 72.74, isn't it? 73, 110. Okay, so these are what shear force and bending moment due to dead load in the tracked vehicle and a wheeled vehicle. So with this, what you can see here, you will get maximum bending moment with the tracked vehicle and maximum shear force also with the wheeled vehicle. Okay, so we should consider this one. Now bending moment, total bending moment due to dead load plus bending moment due to the live load. So live load is due to out of this tracked vehicle and wheeled vehicle, which is maximum, tracked vehicle is maximum, so we'll consider this. So 117.83 plus 138, so 255.8 is our bending moment, total overall bending moment it is total. Similarly for the shear force it is 62.85 dead load with the dead load, and by comparing tracked and wheeled vehicle, maximum is with the tracked vehicle, that is 76.67. we'll add it, we'll get 139.5. so for this bending moment and for this shear force we need to design. So this design you know. Okay, First step in the design, what we are going to do, we are going to check the depth of the slab or a deck slab. So whether this slab, whatever we are going to design, is sufficient depth or not. So for Fe415 steel, it is mu equal to 0.138 FCK BD square. So D is equal to what? Square root of mu divided by 0.138 FCK B. Mu 255.8 into 10 raised to 6, 0.138 FCK 20 into 1000. So our D is 372, but how much we have provided? 560. So once depth provided is sufficient, means it is okay. So again we'll calculate the EST here, that is mu by BD square, mu by BD square. It is unfactored is there, so make it is factored one. You got 1.22, that is, you can refer the SP16 charts and find out the 100 AST by BD. So PT will be 0.36. So by comparing these two, we'll get AST as 2016 mm square. Further you continue the process, and detailing I will show in the next video lecture. Clear. One request, my humble request to all of you students is, I know it is very difficult to learn through the video lecture this subject. Okay, I will try to make or convince you to understand this subject. My humble request to each and everyone is, please go through the notes and this video lecture. You keep the notes as well as this video lecture. Whatever I am telling, you go on understanding. If you found any difficulty while studying, you immediately call me and ask me the doubts. I will clarify your doubts. Okay, I am ready here to solve your doubts and clarify your doubts. I know these are lengthy problems. If you are going to solve one or two problems, you will get understood about this problem. You are free to ask me at any time. I will never bother about the asking. If you are going to ask me, means I am very happy for that. I know it is difficult to understand with the video, because just what I am doing is I am just explaining. This design subject will be understood when you are going to do with write up and with the calculations. When you are going to type with the calculation, then only you are going to understand. Then only my request, due to this pandemic, this subject I need to taught you people through the video lecture only. Okay, so for this reason I am trying myself to make you to understand. But from this from your side also, same effort has to be put to understand these problems. Okay, so one suggestion I will give you is, start this video lecture, keep my notes. Whatever the steps I am telling you, go through the notes, and once after going through, you just practice with the calculator. You just calculate wherever what is the value it has been taken, where it has going to change, all those things you check out. So afterwards also, if you found any difficulty in any of the steps, you call me at any time. I am ready here to solve your doubts. Thank you.